Some dog training here, starting out with Mr. Rufus, the Cane Corso. And yes, if you haven't noticed already, he is cute as can be. He reminds me of Scooby-Doo. We always joke, we say that. He's actually a super sweet temperamented dog, free. But you will notice, come on Bubba, free. You're gonna notice that his ears are not properly cropped. We didn't do it. Come on Bubba, free. Let's go, buddy. Get the good stuff. A little over condition on that E, I would say, or excuse me, on the place board with E-collar. So we're gonna get that fixed up right now. Okay. Free. Come on, Bubba. Let's go. Free. Okay, we're gonna work without that. We'll get a leash, get that cleaned up. So Mr. Rufus is super sweet, but man, they botched his ears up, if you ask me. They're just way too long of a cut. So super cute, makes them look goofy, but I don't know if goofy was the look they were going for. Perfect. All right, we're gonna clean that up. A little over conditioned on the place board. Okay, that's the way, buddy, that's the way. Place. Good boy. Get my clicker going. Getting warmed up here. We do have Tyler behind the camera, so if you got any questions, Tyler will ask. If you ask a stupid question, you're absolutely going to get a stupid answer. It's just how we do it around here. We're going to keep you honest. All right. Do a touch of E and kind of recondition him to come off. Okay. Good boy, Bubba. That's what we want to see. Beautiful, beautiful day out here. Super, super lovely. We're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Man, this is amazing weather. We couldn't ask for better weather. So happy almost Thanksgiving to all y'all. So it's a little pre-Thanksgiving deal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Getting better already. Cleaning that up. Let's see if we can do it without the leash. Now do it a different direction. Okay. All right, Bubba. Place. Good boy. Down. Good.
Heather Starr asked, what's the name of the dog?
So this is Rufus. We just mentioned that a few times. Rufus the doofus, we call him, because he's a little goofy looking. But sweet, absolutely harmless, and just super cute. Okay. There we go.
James O'Sullivan asks, how
Down.
to stop my dog crying to come off the place board?
Patience. Touch of E-collar can help too, if you condition it right.
Somebody
yeah,
said
that's super
delicious dog.
Are they from China? Yes. So I would argue, and the owners can get pissed if they want, Rufus is super cute, but there's definitely something sprinkled into his genetics, if you ask me. Probably some Great Dane or something. It's hard to tell too, the ears throw you off, but he's like tall and gangly. I mean, he's super cute, don't get me wrong. He's just, we've seen a ton of questionable genetics in the Corsos now. Everybody and their baby mama and their grandmama and their auntie, everyone's breeding Corsos. And when you have that much volume, you're bound to have mistakes. A lot of backyard breeding happening, a lot of people just trying to, I don't know, man, make a quick buck, and it is pretty sad. Rufus, down?
Josh Johnson asks, have
That
you
is
ever
a lazy
trained
ass down.
a Kangal Shepherd or have any tips?
Yeah, don't get one. Don't get one. Everybody and their mom trying to get the biggest and baddest dog, and no, I have no tips for you other than probably shouldn't have got that dog. You know, unless you live over in Turkey and you got thousands of acres and you're guarding sheep, I really don't think there's a need for anyone to have that dog. It's way too much dog for pretty much everyone, 99.9% of folks. But that's fine. You take it out of its environment where, you know, it's used to running in a pack, defending the flock from wolves, and throw it in a suburban neighborhood with a bunch of kids running around. And recipe for success, I'll tell you. So, but no, you want to know, here's the tip. Get it trained. Get it trained. How do you train it? Still a dog. So you get it dog training. What kind of dog training? The good kind. Balance training. And you get it immediately before it eats you and your family and the neighbors. Good boy.
Raul Garcia asks, what breed would you recommend for bite work that does not have all that energy like a Malinois or working GSD?
Let's see, let's think on that. You get a Corso, a well-bred working line Corso. But that's still a lot of dog. Rottweilers too, again, well-bred ones. If you want the dog to perform, they have to have some level of drive, some level of workability, so. Okay.
Bang asks, what are your thoughts on mini Aussie Shepherds?
Nice dogs, cute. Get it trained. All right, Mr. Rufus. Okay, there we go. Now we're cleaned up. Now we cleaned up. All right, let's go no leash. Let's make it happen, player. Show me the good stuff. Place.
Esther asks, are you clicking and giving him a treat? Is that because he's staying on the mat without telling him?
He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's sitting, he's downing, he's staying, he's looking up at my eyes, which we could do some more of. Watch.
Blackheart asks, I own a 7-month-old male Doberman Pinscher, and I just bought a 4-month-old male Corso. They get along really well, and my brother owns a male 7-month Belgian Malinois. Did we make a mistake?
Yep, 3 times over. 3 times over. Of course they get along well now. They're all puppies. Give it just another handful of months when that testosterone hits. Totally different conversation we're going to be having. Free.
A lot of questions.
Come on, Baba. Yes, my boy.
Baby
yes,
Will
my boy.
asks, my 7-month-old dog used to work for kibble and be super food motivated, but now she only does it for treats and ignores kibble. Is this normal?
Only does it for treats and ignores kibble?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty normal. So dogs aren't stupid. They understand the difference between a $20 bill and a $1 bill. In other words, a high value treat versus kibble. So that's going to happen, and that's your dog basically training you. Is it normal? Yeah, totally normal. Is it acceptable? If you accept it, if you want to get back to normalcy, stop giving them. So what happens is you'll present the kibble, and they go, no, bro, I ain't stupid. If I hold out, you'll get me the good stuff. So they hold out, you feel bad, then you get them the good stuff. Wash, rinse, repeat. You just created a fantastic pattern of behavior. Your dog telling you what time it is. I have no problem with that. That's fine. But, you know, you basically dug your own grave there, and you want to dig yourself out free. I would withhold. Come on, Bubba. Free. Let's go. You have to withhold the good stuff. Present the kibble. They don't want the kibble. Then no problem. They don't get the kibble. Stop giving them 20s, and they'll start appreciating the $1 bills again. Free. Good job, buddy. Now we're back in balance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Free.
What's this name? I'm going to say Kalo asks, what should you do if your dog starts reacting? Because mine, if he sees another dog, he's a different breed. He's a very protective chow chow.
Yeah. Well, we have an entire course coming out next week, free. It's already available to our premium members. It's called Dealing with Aggression and Reactivity. It has to deal with all of that. I'm not going to give you I'm not going to be able, free, to give you an answer in 5 or 10 minutes that's going to solve your problem guaranteed. What do you need to do is you need to get it fixed. You need to, and I'll give you a summary of what you're going to do. You're going to overlay obedience. You're going to tell your dog to stop doing that horrible shit behavior that it's doing. In no uncertain terms, don't ever do that again. And I have a much better job for you to do. It's called sit, down, heel, pay attention to me. I don't care about that other dog. That dog's not your problem. I'm your problem. Pay attention to me or else. And you make the rules very clear. Does that happen overnight? No. Can it be done? Abso-freaking-lutely. Does it need to be done? 150%. But if anyone's going to tell you there's just something, you know, you like tickle their balls a certain way, you know, rotate left or right, and then it's going to get the dog to be like, oh, I'm not reactive anymore. No, that's not how it works. Structure, control, discipline, obedience. And a lot of the times the issues with reactivity and all that stuff usually there's a giant vacuum of leadership everywhere else in that dog's life. So a lot of times the dog's just, you accept like a D- in your household, and then you wonder why your dog's an F when you get outside. So we often say, like, fix the problems in your home, and then you can have a lot of those other problems will go away on their own naturally. Free. Come on, Bubba. Get it, buddy, get it. You see Mr. Rufus a little out of balance, which is fine. We'd like to get him a little bit back more in balance. Okay. Yes, that's the way, my friend. That's the way. Let's see how your healing's looking, player. Little rotation. Ooh.
Let's see.
Come here, big boy. How many people we have?
We got 150 right now.
Well, that ain't that much, but that's okay. We'll take it. Finish.
Dream XO89 says, just rescued a year-old Malinois X with GSD.
Yeah.
He has more GSD personality. Any tips on training? Working his leash training and is doing well. Getting him to learn his name is the hardest part.
Take our courses. Really, just free. A lot of people, again, they get hung up on the breed. You don't train a Mal X or a Malinois or a GSD any different than you train any other dog. All the training is the same. People get yeah, but my Malinois is different. Okay. You have a super drivey Malinois, you got a super chill Malinois. You got a Malinois crossed with a little bit of German Shepherd, oh, if it's 30% German Shepherd, then you got to add 30% of German Shepherd training into your training in order to, no, it's just, you just train it, you get it trained. You do balanced training, you do the type of training that we teach here. You subscribe to this channel, you get one of our courses, and you train that dog to be the best that it can be. If you're getting a lack of focus and enthusiasm and response, you have to work on engagement. Engagement drills such as this. Rufus! Yes! We got to get some engagement, baby. Rufus, here! Woo! Yes! So, no lack of engagement here. We're using his food, his kibble, as his payment, his reward. Dinner time is play time, it's show time, it's training time. Look at that rotation, my friend. Looking like a stud McMuffin. Beautiful. Don't you let them call you big-eared, Rufus. Them big old satellite dishes, man. I don't know, ever since he's been here, our cable has been that much better. We're getting all the reception. We get pay-per-view channels, you name it, all coming right through. Good job, buddy.
I think it's my favorite name so far. Beat by a Potato says, hi from Australia. I recently adopted a 2-year-old female German Shepherd. I've been using your videos to help me train her, and she is super obedient around the house.
Free.
Was that it? Where?
That's it, my friend. Free.
Caden Gibbs says, where's the best place to train my dog to be neutral with other dogs?
Is that all the same person? What happened to our Australian friend? Got lost in the sauce?
Yeah, well, theirs just kind of ended off with, I'm still working the public.
Good. Well, keep working, baby. Practice makes perfect. Consistency is the key to success in anything in life, especially dog training. We're going to get a consistent 360-degree turn right here. Oh my God, snap, crackle, pop, looking delicious and nutritious. Good job, buddy. Motivated to be here. Good job.
PVJ says, I have a 1-year-old Shepsky.
Yes.
I have her to where she doesn't gnaw/herd me except when I'm on the ground with her. What can I do to stop her so that we can play with her?
Correct the behavior. How old did they say it was?
1-year-old.
Yeah, leash and prong collar solved that in about 30 seconds. If it's biting you or gnawing you, you can potentially use the prong collar to bite them back and say, it doesn't feel good, right? So stop doing it. It's basically that simple, but in a perfect world, you're going to take our leash course and learn how to properly introduce the prong collar so your dog doesn't shut down and you don't screw it all up, and you know what size and how to fit it and how to prep them for it and all of that. And then when the time comes, you fix it in, like, I say 30 seconds. It's more like 3 seconds, and we're done with that. Yeah, buddy.
Brooklyn and her shenanigans asks, how long have you been training Rufus?
Oh, Rufus is like, I think like 5 weeks in, free. It's actually my trainer, Tony. It's his client's dog, but he's going home for Thanksgiving, so I'm picking up the training for the next few days while he's enjoying time with his family. Well-deserved time off. free. So we're a little rusty when we get started because Tony does all the training for Mr. Rufus. I've maybe trained him like, I don't know, less than 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I don't remember, not too much, free. He is cute though. My kids love him, little goofball. All right, we gotta work something else, player. Oh, I think we were working on verbal downs. Do me a favor, pass me that giant heavy ass healer's box. And then we'll swap him out. Probably getting dark here and we'll switch to another pupperoonie. We'll put some lights on too. Thank you, sir. Can you grab that free? Good job. Good job, player. Let's see. All right, let's just see how these are working. Down. That is garbage. We're not putting up with that. That is not it, sir. No siree. Down. You got everything but it down. We got the stand, we got the sit, and we got to fix that now. We got to fix that. Sometimes we call it pairing the remote to the TV. So my down's going to sound different than Tony's. Down and help. We should have it ironed out in 3 to 5 reps. We can get that booty all the way down would be helpful, my friend. And pass me back that leash. Throw that leash to me. I might use that to clean this up. Stand. Got that. Down. That's it. Sometimes you just got to wait them out. We'll go a few more without this. We'll get this cleaned up, player. And then I need next dog on deck. As soon as we're done with him, let's go with Mr. Mopar. Stand. Got that. That's looking pretty. Down. Getting better, rep by rep. Ain't perfect yet. Let me try that from here.
Samantha
Down.
asks, do you have any tricks on correcting a dog who takes food too harshly with too much teeth?
Yeah, when they go to take the food, Miss Samantha, basically over deliver the food. It's going to sound really mean and cruel. I promise you, fix it in 1 or 2 reps. You as they go to bite the food or bite your fingers, say nothing. Shove your hand in the back of their throat. Very smooth, very quickly, very fast. Present the food. When they go to bite, give them more than they bargained for, right? Seems a little mean, and they'll go, whoa, 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 and they will take the next bite or two much, much more gingerly. You only have to do that just a couple times, maybe 1 or 2 times, and then the next time you go to do it, they'll do it again, and you just remind them maybe 1 more time. Problem solved. You can mail your thank you check to, I'm kidding, but I promise you that it's going to work lickety split. Down. These downs are horrible, Rufus. You're disappointing me. You're embarrassing me in front of everyone. I'm kidding. Let's get it cleaned up.
Kind of 2 similar questions.
Yeah.
Bob and Joy ask, how do I stop my dog running out the door? And Thor Mickelson asks, can you help me so my dog stops running away?
What was the first one?
How do I stop my dog from running out the door?
Put a leash on him. and I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But that would definitely be one of the first steps. You have to condition a better response. Opening of the door does not mean bolt. Opening of the door means the best downstay or sit stay of your life, and you just condition that response. So, oh man, bad click, bad timing. What happened there? That was all goofed up, buddy. That was all goofed up. Let me try something different. Yes, no, that was clean. So, yeah, put a leash on your dog. Practice, wash, rinse, repeat. A lot of times people have a problem with the dog and they're only getting 1 rep in, and that 1 rep is a failed rep. Open the door, dog runs out and they go, oh, fuck, what do I do? You miss the moment. What you do is literally set aside 5 or 10 minutes. That's all it takes. A pro, it'll take like 30 seconds. And you just open the door a handful of times. open, make the dog stay. If they do a good job, pay them. If they blow it, which they're gonna blow it, you have to use the leash to reinforce the rules and let them know and know in certain terms. This is a stupid ass idea. Don't do that again. It's bad for your health. Down. Very nice. One more rep and we'll call Mr. Rufus done and add to his board of training that down needs some work, baby. We need some work on that. It's not looking so good. You're cute. Yes? Oh. Nice. And we got to get some duration on that, huh? Good boy. Sit. All right. For all the marbles, hold on. I need all my concentration. Down. Not good. We'll still. Come on, big boy. Okay. Well, we need some work on that, don't we? Yes, we do. Yeah, you are not good at this game. We won't have to work on that, player. We won't have to work on that. But we'll get it as part of dog training. Find a problem, then fix it. And we sure as hell didn't fix it. We ran out of food. That session got long and it's getting dark. So what we're going to do is swap out, give him some water, and bring out Mopar with Mopar's food. Is that it there? The blue one? Perfect. Take him. Bring me back a leash. Bring Mr. Mopar with his leash and his e-collar, and we'll get to work with Mr. Mopar. All right. See how it's looking. One more pup. Well, two more pups coming. Let's spin this around, see what it's all about. Hey, just a quick reminder, y'all. Our Black Friday sale is going live. Guess what? Black Friday. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. If you haven't already, we're giving away free courses inside of every video we drop between now and Black Friday, meaning today we dropped a video, tomorrow we're dropping another badass video, and then on Black Friday, it's sale time, baby. Biggest savings of the year on our complete training system, which is 100% guaranteed to help you raise and train any dog of any breed, any issue to be the best that they can be. 100% guaranteed. We're the only ones that offer a money-back guarantee on our courses because our courses actually work. How about them apples? Beautiful freaking night out. Just give us a few more minutes and we'll bring out Mr. Mopar. All right, let's see what kind of questions we got. Yeah, someone said that is not a Cane Corso. No shit, Sherlock. That's exactly what we said. It's mostly Corso, but he's definitely got something else mixed in there, which we see a lot of. I would say the last, say, 10 courses we've had in, 2 or 3 are quality Corsos. The other 7 or 8, not so hot. That's how it goes, though. People don't know any better. They buy them. I mean, Rufus is a sweet dog, but that is not a, a fully pedigreed, well pedigreed Corso, that's for sure. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Someone's asking a question, how to fix reactivity to other dogs. Like I just mentioned earlier, we have a brand new course called Dealing with Aggressive and Reactive Dogs. That'll be available next week. It's actually available now only for our premium members. So if you want to sign up for that, you can start watching it tonight, get your problems fixed. Maybe not tonight, but in the very near future. All right, ready to rock? Let me put on the food pouches, the blue one.
Yep.
All right, and let's spin this bad boy around and get back to training some pups. Whoops, drop the mic. All right. Get the lights on and we will be going. All right. We're going to work on with you, sir. We'll work on a little bit of everything. Get this mic back on where it belongs. All right, that's good enough. All right. Let me see him. Just let it go. Take that. All right, Mr. Mopar, let's make it happen, sir. Take this one so I don't get them mixed up. Thank you, sir. And start feeding me some questions, baby, as we work Mr. Mopar. His owner is a super car guy like me, and by that I mean super into cars, and big fan of American muscle, and so he named Mopar, which is super cool. I think that's super, super cool.
Hooves and Paws Farm says, my dog is e-collar and prong collar trained and only bites her bed when she doesn't have her training collars on. How would I fix this?
Well, so she's collar smart is the issue you're dealing with. So the trick is to basically, in short, never take the collars off or rotate them out and go 30 days doing that. So you can have 30 days of consistency where there's not this big window of these big openings where they can do things they're not supposed to do, right? We need consistency, and that consistency starts with consistently having the tools in place. That would be the start of it. And they even make dummy collars and things like that, so you can take the real collar off, put the dummy collar on. I'm going to try to get these lights on, so I know it's getting a little dark out. And we'll get to training. Here we go. Lights. Bang. Should help a little bit.
Yeah, brighten it
Let
up
there
a
be
little.
light. And if this isn't getting it, we can slide over there. Not only have a beautiful view of the cars, but probably a little bit more lighting there. You let me know, okay? Yes. All right, let's work. Let's work some leash pressure, home skillet. Show me what you're working with. All right, that's looking nice. So what we're looking for with leash pressure is for him to be butter soft on the leash in position changes. So we'll try that now. So that SIT could use a little bit of work. Yes, it's not quite as fast and speedy as I would like. We'll try the stand again. I'll take a little itch break. Just testing where he's at, and then if we run into a problem, try to clean it up. All right, listen, itchy.
Shannon asks, how do you stop your dog from barking at people, cars, and other dogs?
You use proper tools and proper training to literally say stop doing that and start doing something better with your life. I know that seems very simple, but it really is that simple. Stop doing that. Start doing something else, because there's a lot of energy that needs to get directed somewhere else, and that energy can get directed into obedience, etc. Everything good? Coming in? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we got him. Yeah. So we have our babysitter has her dog here and getting ready to clear out. So just making sure the coast is clear, because we have a couple dogs here that aren't the friendliest. Mopar being included in one of those. Sometimes Mopar can get a little stupid with their dogs. So keep his attention here. That's right. So I was saying, don't worry about that dog. Bye-bye, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. We say, don't worry about that dog, worry about me. Look at that. That leash pressure sits what I needed. So that's a good example, actually, to that question. Your job is not to target, lock, and focus on the babysitter's dog. She walked behind a camera. She's a little camera shy. Your job is instead to focus on me. All right, Mr. Itchy, enough. Let's focus. All right, so we're looking for a leash pressure stand, which we don't have. Yeah, we kind of work on that. And then I'm pretty sure we have a nice leash pressure down. Let's check it. Yeah, that leash pressure down is sweet. Let's check the other stuff. That's looking clean. This is the one that I'm questioning. It's there. It's there. It's just not an A plus. You know what I'm saying? B minus. We don't want a B minus. We need an A triple plus, my friend. That's looking clean. I'm good with that. Yeah. Good. Let's try this again. Pair this up with some food. Tap, pull. There's the good stuff. How's the lighting look, y'all? Post in the comments. Bright enough?
One response so far that says it's good lighting.
Nice, my friend. That's the way. Let's switch up the picture. Got a nice sunset. Hopefully that's picking up for you. Tap, pull.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting there.
Commenting on the sunset since we started.
You like that sunset, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, more people are saying lighting looks fine.
Lighting looks good enough. Good enough then.
Beautiful background.
All right, perfect. We aim to please here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like the dog training, stick around for the sunset view. All right, tap, pull. Perfect. I'm very happy with that. Even just in the last handful of reps, it's gotten a lot cleaner. Let's check this one. Sometimes it screws them up. He's still eating food. Give that a pass. Let's see. He's choking on the food. Hold on. Hold on. and we lose our lighting, we'll put it back on. Tap, pull. Not as good, right? Because the picture changed. So let's work on that. We'll get that cleaned up. And we'll work on this. I don't want to switch out tools just yet. We're going to just keep our lights on. There we go. Good. I don't know why they turned off. Let's fix that again. So let me show you what's happening. So dogs are very visual. So he sees this visual, right? And it's super compliant. It's still leash pressure, but there's this big visual of my hand doing that. So when we take the hand out of it and I use my foot and my foot alone, we want him to respond just to the leash pressure. And you see how he gets a little, it's definitely not as clean. It's the same pressure. It's just not the same visual. So it can throw dogs off a little bit. But we want the dog to be responsive to the leash pressure and not just the visual. So the example would be with no leash, I just do this, he does the down because there's a visual cue. No leash involved there. But we want him to be well generalized. And the reason for that is sometimes you can be out in public, say, right? And if we tell him to down and he chooses not to down because he's distracted or whatever, I don't want to have to always bend down, grab the leash with my hand. Instead, I can very quickly do this with the leash, step on it. Look, now we're talking. So he's learning quickly, Mr. Mopar. I can force him to down. I know that hurts a lot of your feelings. Force the dog to down, force them to be compliant, which is true obedience in the real world with real distractions. There has to be a swift and severe consequence for failure to compliance so that if the next time I tell him to down and he's distracted, chances are he'll do it. So the more you use tools and techniques like this, the less you need to use them. So you see, still a little hung up on it. There we go. And even though it might look aggressive, and I have no problem being firm with a dog, this is actually being very mild. You can't tell, but the leash pressure is still extremely mild. On a scale of 1 through 10, it's barely a 1. No need to amp to a 2, 3, or 4 if he doesn't even know how to respond to a 1. So you see us work this out. This should get better and better. Look how much cleaner that's getting. Much, much better. Much better. Then I think we'll keep them on the place board for a minute. Let's see how this one's looking. A little more. Very nice. This one could use that's nice. That's good. That's not what I wanted though. So leash pressure is directional, right? So forward is forward. Up is into a sit. Down is obviously into a down. So we want that. We're just going to iron that out. Getting better, right? Less. He's like, what is this? What is this? Ah, I know what this is. We don't want him to. And I'll switch the picture so you can maybe see a different view. Free. Go ahead, free. Get that free one. Was this going to be a good spot? Are we too close, or is it just right?
That's good.
All right, let me show you what this picture looks like. All right, so again, and don't do this at home if you don't know what you're doing. We show you how to do this in our leashed course. You can get bit in the foot if you do this wrong. It can turn into a complete shit show nightmare. Dogs do not naturally respond to you pulling downward with the leash, right? They're going to fight it and bite you on the foot sometimes if they're strong enough, tough enough dogs, or if you scare them, etc. A lot of dogs freak out with this kind of pressure, but we don't want them to freak out. We want them to butter soft, baby. That's exactly what we want. So very nice. I think we'll end the session there and shoot over to Beamer. I'll do like 2 or 3 more of those since that's what we seem to be focusing on. Looking clean, like clean enough to name, or just about. And again, what we want is him to be butter soft on the leash so that in the future, which is realistic, he's gonna get distracted. Me or somebody else is gonna tell him to down. He's like, yeah, I heard you, but I wanna chase that squirrel. I'm not gonna tell you again, I only tell you one time. Come in with some leash pressure. Your voice can't make the dog down. Leash pressure can make him. So that's the name of the game there. So a little leash pressure, sit, super soft and clean. And some of you might be saying, well, why aren't you saying the words? Why aren't you giving him a chance? Because we're teaching him a different language. I'm teaching him the language of the leash. Then later on, I can stack words on top of that. And then we can pair my words with something that already works. Makes sense? So let's see how this looks. Super, super, super soft. Less than a half on the leash pressure. I mean, that's looking better than the dang hand one that we were doing earlier. So that is super clean. I'll do one more and call that done. Great job, Mr. Mopar. Very smart dog. And don't say, oh, old dogs can't learn new tricks. This 3-year-old dog, and he's just, he's excelling. He's a little, like, slow. I don't mean mentally. I just mean, like, he's not like a little speed demon out here. But, I'm not complaining either. All right. I think I'm going to end it. I'll just do one more. Down. Good job. A little funky click, but we'll pay him. Big jackpot for that work. And there you go. So a lot of stuff we worked with him was leash pressure. We teach that in our leash course, which is part of our complete training system. You absolutely need it in order to have a dog that's reliable both on and off leash. It starts with the on leash reliability. And I'm very happy to show you a little sneak peek behind the scenes what that looks like. Hopefully make it look easy, make it look enjoyable, which it is. But if you just dive in without knowing what you're doing, it's going to backfire, because dogs have what we call opposition reflex. They fight that leash pressure. By the way, all that was with the prong collar. You know what I mean? You can do it without a prong collar. You can do it with a slip lead. But, bigger, stronger, powerful dog like this, it doesn't hurt to condition those tools, which is exactly what we're doing right now. Conditioning what the tool is, how to respond to it, and without freaking out, without biting the leash, without any stress or discomfort. A little confusion at first. Yeah, he's learning something new. And then, I don't know, handful or two reps later, clean, baby, clean. Clean and doing a great job. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I'll get you those itches, those well-deserved scratches and itches.
Oh, speaking of, Kimberly Williams says my 11th month Corso puppy excitement peas anytime they give them pets. Is there anything they can do?
It's strange that your dog's still doing that at 11 months old. Okay, they should have grown out of it by now. You just have to ignore it. It's one of those rare behaviors that you have to ignore. You cannot train that out of them. I would argue, like, just whatever that thing is, repeat it till it becomes mundane and it stops being special or exciting, and dull it down. So there's what did they say? They pet it? What do they do?
Yeah, they pet every time they go to pet him.
Yeah.
Or when he gets scared, they just added.
Yeah. Well,
in trouble.
Oh, in trouble, yeah. Okay. Well, that is a very soft dog, soft and delicate dog, and so you have to be much softer and more delicate with it. But I would argue, and hopefully, can you see him? Is he in shot? Run back up just a touch. Let me show you. Let's just say, this is an interesting one. Let's say that you coming over and petting the dog makes them pee. Well, there's more than one way to come over and pet your dog. I mean, there's a million ways. But my point being, if you go, oh my God, you see how that's intense? I don't want nothing to do with it. That scared him. And he's not an easily scared dog. That's because but that's what people do, right? They go, don't do that. How about calm it down? Let me show you a different way to pet him. Then I'm going to come in extra easy now. He's like, I don't know, are you going to do that weird thing again? I'm going to come over and just be easy, right? Tone it way down, way down. Some of you all talk to your dogs like, I don't even know. How about just, hey bro, you did a good job, Mr. Mopar. I don't think he appreciated that much, right? I don't want you talking to me like that. You know what? I hate when people talk to their kids like that. So what are you doing? It's just a little weird, man. Different strokes for different folks. So tone it down a little bit. Take it easy, smoother, calmer. Channel your inner. You need to channel your inner Bob Ross. Happy little tree, happy little friendly doggy. What's up, Bubba? Yeah, that's the good stuff. Wash, rinse, repeat it. Take the novelty out of it, take the stress out of it, take the surprise out of it, and you'll be a lot better off. There you go. All right, do me the favor, sir. Swap me out for Miss Beamer. We got a little firecracker. Leave that. Take him. Pull his E off and his prong off when you put him up. Take this, and I'll answer a couple questions while we wait for the next pupperoonie. There you go. All right, folks. Let me switch. Again, every time we take a break, I'm going to give you that little reminder, baby. If you want to win a free course, look at that beautiful sunset. If you want to win a free course, whoops, now's the time, baby. We're picking 4 winners every day, giving away 28 total courses with a value of, almost dropped the camera, $19,600 in giveaways with our courses. And we're doing all of that between the start of it and now Black Friday. So all you got to do is go to any channel. I guess you're on YouTube already. Check out any of our recent shorts. We're describing in those videos a lot of great information anyways when it comes to dog training, where to get the dog training, the kind of dog training you need, how to get your dog to be reliable, etc., etc. And then all you got to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. The best comment on every video from each platform, so a total of 4 winners every day, can pick any course they want from our entire selection of courses. So our most expensive course is a $700 course called Unleashed, teach you how to get your dog to be 100% reliable off-leash, teach you how to use the e-collar like a pro. And I say like a pro, but I got to stop saying that because most professional dog trainers actually don't know how to use the e-collar. So trained better than most professional dog trainers, you're going to learn how to use the e-collar better than most pros. So, all right, next pup that's coming out, little Miss Firecracker, Beamer. She's a little pocket bully, super sweet, soft, submissive dog, but great food drive. So I'm very excited to share her energy with you. And we'll take a question or two. All right. How do I get my Border Collie a solid recall? She only will do it if she knows I have treats or a reward. How do I correct that? You don't correct that per se. You need to condition it first. And it's exactly what we would teach inside the Unleashed course. The only way you're going to get a badass, reliable recall that actually works, whether you have food or not, is with the use of the e-collar. Anyone that tells you different is lying to you. Send them my way. I'll have the debate all day, every day, and they will lose that debate. It is absolutely impossible. Impossible. So, when I say impossible, I mean wholly unrealistic. You are experiencing that yourself. You have treats, and your dogs are super smart. They can see and smell. They can read between the lines. They go, do you have food on you right now? Nah, you don't? And then they give you the bird. So, and even if you have food and treats on you, it's still not a guaranteed reliable recall because maybe your dog's not hungry, maybe the treats aren't that valuable, or maybe there's something that's more enticing or more powerful than the treats you may or may not have on you. Hence why positive only dog training is a fake bullshit lie. And if that hurts y'all's feelings, you're in the wrong place, because we only speak the truth here, and sometimes the truth hurts. Just telling you the truth. Positive only dog training is a lie, and we're here to tell you the truth, baby. It's a great way to teach pups, but it's a horrible way to get reliable dog training. All right, let me load up my food, and we're about to show you Miss Beema. She is also owned by the same owner as Mr. Mopar. So, all right, let's spin this bad boy around, and let's make the magic happen, y'all. All right, I think we can actually do some recalls with little Miss Beamer because she got some great energy for that. Thank you, sir. You have her E?
Yeah.
I'll put a touch of E-collar on this. In fact, you're going to get a little sneak peek how we're going to use that E-collar to start to condition a badass recall. There we go. So this is her e-collar. It's on her. In fact, I'll turn the light on. You'll see the light on her neck showing you that we are in fact have an e-collar on her. You see that light glowing? Let me put her here so you can actually see her. Very excited to work. You see this light? You turn it off and I can turn it back on. It's because we're connected. But the light doesn't do anything other than it's a light. And I'll even put on a touch of e-collar so you can hear us working it. And you can tell we ain't bullshitting you. We ain't gonna bullshit you like them bullshit, positive only liars. All right. That's a bright light. All right. If you hear a sound, that's her receiving stim. This is what it sounds like. It's too low for her to feel, so. And then you may or may not see a red light on her neck, but that speaker box is to train humans how to e-collar train their dogs. It's used extensively and exclusively inside of our courses available at DIYK9.com. But we have an entire course dedicated to how to use the e-collar the right way. We're going to show you a little sneak peek right now. So those who have not watched this before, get ready, get Pete on speed dial, because we're about to deliver close to 100 stims on this poor dog here. She's just going to get lit up by the e-collar as you watch here. Good job, mama. All right, I think we'll go no place. I'm just getting in the way right now. We've put a lot of e-collar on place. Let's throw that there. Beamer! Yeah, mama. Look at that speed and enthusiasm. Sweet thing. Why do we even have the leash on you? We got to take that off. We got to take that off. We're going to slow you down. Oops. That was a bad hit. But it's so low, it doesn't matter. Okay. Beamer! She's checking out the speaker box. She goes, what the hell is that? What is that funky thing making all that sound? Go up a little bit. Yeah. Free. Good girl, mama. So what we're doing is just conditioning that the e-collar means party, free means awesome, means get to me, means just amazing things. As you can see, the e-collar has this weird thing it does. It electrifies her tail and makes it whip like this. Yeah, mama. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good job, mama. Free. Good, and then we're going to overlay it a little bit on healing. Go up a touch. Good. Free. As you can see, dog is extremely traumatized. As these positive only asshats will tell you, that the e-collar is so cruel, it's so mean, and all it does is shut dogs down. As you can see, she's extremely shut down. And I don't know, I guess Pete is going to probably serve a warrant at my house any day now. That's good. That's not good. There it goes. We're about 50 e-collar reps in.
Hound Doomsday asks, what brand of e-collar do you guys use?
We prefer e-collar technologies. Beamer here. Yes. Trying to stay in camera, but normally we'd work the whole driveway, but trying to stay close to the camera here. So the person that asked about how do you get a badass recall, that's all we've been doing. Conditioning the recall, overlaying e-collar on get with me, be with me, have a party, life is wonderful, find heel position. We call it ignition. E-collar means drive, excitement, energy, enthusiasm, focus, and good things. Nice. Gotta get you power steering, mama. We gotta teach you how to power steer next so you can move that booty. Good girl, mama.
Sonic Dangles asks, what stem level are you using?
That, my friend, is inside of our Unleashed course. Absolutely not going to disclose that here on a live, because someone's going to go home, slap an e-collar on their dog, start pressing buttons and royally F their dog up, because every dog takes different levels. So we will tell you that it's in a learning level is what we would call it, inside of our proprietary 5-phase e-collar system. She's in phase 1, free. That I can tell you. And I'm adjusting the levels as we go, so it's not just one level, by the way. Yeah, I've already adjusted it a few times, up and down, depending upon what I see from the dog. And I think we're right at the perfect level right now. Very happy with it.
John A asks if you have an OnlyFans.
I have an Only Dogs. All right, this is the final rep-a-rooney, if you will. The final rep for all the marbles. Look at this attention and focus. Nice, mama. Are we in shot?
Yes.
You can see her. She is just such a pretty dog. You might not go home. I'm gonna have to keep this one for myself. Just what a lovely, lovely, sweet dog. But the final recall will be right now. Actually, just got to prep for it because we're running out of food, and she's just doing such a great job. Want to end on a high note? Free. Yes. Good girl, mama. Yeah. 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 You got it. You got it. You did so good, mama. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Nice. Such a sweet little thing. I just enjoy training her. I like all the dogs, but some, you know, pull on those heartstrings a little more than others, and she's one of those. She's so pretty, super well built, great little personality. I mean, she's just a cool dog. I kind of am partial to tougher looking dogs. I can't even say that because I fell in love with some fruity McPebble looking dogs. The last dog that I fell in love with was a little 2-pound fluffball Pomeranian named Mina. The least sweet. And I'm usually not even partial to female dogs. The last couple dogs that got my heartstrings pulled were females. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, you tell him. Yeah, you'd say, who's that bad guy? Who's that bad guy? I'll be right with you, Craig. My father-in-law just showed up, and hey, she's doing her job. She's going, who the? What's that? Yeah, it's funny, man. It says she can be sweet, but she can turn it on. She's actually pretty harmless. She's just on a big show, which is good. This is what dogs are supposed to do. So that's why she didn't get in trouble for that. You even heard me encouraging it because, you know, background police work. Sometimes I like to let them know, like, yeah, you can be big and bad. Plus, we're also able to shut it down if we had to. Anyways, enough yapping from me. Thank you all so much for watching. And just to get another final reminder, if you want to win a free course, jump into our short form videos available right now. We're busting out one more tomorrow for Thanksgiving. So you got tonight and tomorrow, your next 2 chances to win. And if you don't win, we are having the biggest savings of the year, the biggest sale of the year, Black Friday, on our complete training system available at DIY K9. Now check this out. Not only is it going on sale, not only is it the lowest price you're ever going to get, but it is 100% guaranteed to help you raise and train your dog to be the best that they can be, regardless of age, breed, issue, your training level, experience, or where you are in the world. Our courses 100% do it for you, and they're all backed by a money-back guarantee. And what we do that nobody else does is we actually are inside the course with you every single lesson. If you have a problem, you ask a question, you get an answer. And we also have weekly lives with our premium members. We have monthly lives with our monthly members so that we don't leave you stranded. We answer every single question you have because our goal is not to just, you know, get your money and throw some shit course at you and wish you luck. I hope you do all right. We actually want to make sure that you make it through the course, and more importantly, you get your dog trained to be the best that they can be. And every single one of our courses is actually living, breathing. We constantly add in new videos as we get new dogs. And like I said, if you have a problem, we got a question. If you got a problem, you got a question, we got the answer. So just really proud of what we're able to do. I'm really proud of my amazing team. We have the best trainers in the business, and we just really want to help you get your dog trained to be the best. And so there's no more excuses, and now's the best time to do it. So grant yourself or a loved one and or your dog the gift of a lifetime. Get them trained to be amazing. We're going to make you your own pro trainer. That's our promise to you. So thanks so much. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. We got to walk some pups now. Thanks for your help, bud. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.